Hi Marsya, how are you? Can you hear me?
I'm good. Yeah, crystal clear. How about my voice?
Yes, it's perfect.
Nice.
So lovely to see you. So, what time is
Yeah.
it in your country and where are you connecting from at the moment?
Right now it's 1 minute to 9:30 p.m. Uh,
Okay.
I'm uh I'm from Johor, Malaysia currently.
Oh, great. Lovely, lovely. So, I am connecting with you from Delhi, India, and I welcome you to be a part of our live streaming show, yet another episode of Global Goals, which is all about, having a discussion with the change makers, the global change makers who are really putting in a lot of efforts to bring out their voices around the sustainable development goals.
Thank you
So
so much
welcoming you
for
here.
inviting me.
Thank you. So this is for all the audience who have joined us live in today's session. We have with us today Marsya Amani, who is the research and writing committee head of ASEAN Youth Advocate Network. And in this session, we are going to know more about her journey, and how she is working towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. So, welcome everyone, and with this, let's just begin today's session. So, Marcia, let's just start with your introduction. Why don't you share about something about your journey? You know, the challenges that you came up with, your obstacles. How did you overcome them? Your area of interest. What is it that you are doing at the moment? Yeah, over to you.
Sure. All right. Thank you, Merna. And hello, everyone. Once again, I would like to thank Merna and Swan Livelihood for inviting me today, and of course to everyone's tuning in right now. I and happy World Mental Health Day. I hope everyone's having a great day today. But if you don't, that's completely okay. I'm sure we all have been in those days where you feel like life just sucks. Things just don't go well as planned, or we simply just want to stay in bed all day, right? But yeah, don't beat yourself up for feeling like that. It's completely normal. Just take some time to process your emotions, your thoughts, and try to come back stronger and much more prepared for tomorrow. So, again, my name is Marsha. Uh, from Malaysia. I'm 23 years old, currently serving as the head of Research and Writing Committee at ASEAN Youth Advocates Network, as well as the legal executive at Unilink Society. Um, at the same time, I'm still pursuing my degree in law at the National University of Malaysia. So, yeah, what I can share about me to you. Actually, I was supposed to end my study by August this year. Actually, since it's a 4-year degree program, and I started my first year in 2017. But due to mental health reasons, I decided to take some time off from college early last year and recuperate at home. So, you see, I have lots of free time. I don't have classes to go. So that's when I started to join lots of online courses, webinars, conferences, anything that I can find on the internet to fill my free time. My goal at that moment was just to find the joy and spark of learning once again that I've lost. So yeah, that's just it. So looking back to that period, I feel like I actually made the right decisions, because honestly I really need that break, and just coincidentally, a few days after I came back home from college to Johor, the government of Malaysia eventually initiated the movement control order, or so-called as partial lockdown here in our country. to curb the spread of COVID-19 pandemic. So in just a short period of time, everything changed to online. So I saw lots of my friends who are still pursuing their studies. They got really stressed because nobody was ever prepared for online learning. If I were to be put in that situation with my current condition that at that moment, I don't think I could go on with it. Like so I guess everything happens for a reason. Yeah.
Very true. I think that's really interesting, and more because I can completely relate to you, because we have been working with a lot of change makers, students, children from different backgrounds, and a lot of we got a lot of insights on how they were feeling during the time of pandemic, specifically in terms of the mental health issues that everybody was going through due to the sudden change in the schedule, due to a sudden change in the environment, and also our daily day-to-day work routine. So yeah, I completely relate to what you are saying, and it's really nice to hear that you are a law student, because my younger brother, he is also pursuing his law, and he's also a LAM fellow over here in India. So that's really nice. I would be more than happy to connect you both so that you can discuss more, topic related things about your subject specific understanding and knowledge. So, in
Yeah.
continuation to our discussion, yeah. So, wherein you mentioned that there was a sudden change in our schedule when we went from the campus mode to the digital mode, basically during the time of pandemic. So, would you like to share your journey about how things were for you during the time of pandemic? So, what were the challenges that you faced? How did you overcome them? And also, any message to the viewers, the participants who are going to watch your video, to sail through the time which are actually difficult for us, wherein we are sustaining ourselves in an environment wherein so many things are happening around us.
I would say to, try to to turn any adversity into opportunities. Like me, I personally, I actually have bipolar disorder. So to those who don't know, people with bipolar, we have unusual shifts of energy, mood, activity levels, concentrations. We could go from high to low and low to high, and it's just unusual shifts of energy. It could comes anytime. So personally, I when I am high, uh, in terms of being a bipolar, not taking drugs illegally or something, I would have so much energy to do lots of things. Uh, um, Especially during this pandemic, luckily lots of online learning platforms providing free online learning experiences. It's also part of the, if I'm not mistaken, part of the campaign to, to ask people to stay at home and learn at
Yes.
home. Don't go out and spread more viruses out there. So yeah, I kind of take that chance to, you know, um, even though I'm taking a step away from study, I still want to keep my brain stimulated. So, if I came back to college later in the future, I would be much more prepared and I don't have any culture shock and whatsoever, right? So, yeah, I decided to find something good, something beneficial that I could channel my energy into instead of doing reckless things, just wasting my time. Because some people with bipolar, they some people, they tend to have, um, tend to express their energy, channel their energy into risky activities, like taking drugs, consuming lots of alcohol, spending money excessively. So I told myself that I'm not gonna go that path. I'm already miserable. I don't want to be to put myself
Yeah.
in a much harder situation. So I told myself that I want to make this study break counts, you know. So that's why I started finding online online volunteering opportunities, and that's where I came across lots of organization, AYAN Malaysia and Unilink Society, which I'm currently with right now, is among of them. Other than that, I was formerly one of the head of ambassadors for the Institute of Global Professionals, as well as the Global Fellow at Mindcello. They were online learning platforms. Uh, they provide like free online webinars to make sure quality education is still made available and affordable for everyone around the world, even during the pandemic. Um, Other than, yeah, I've also volunteered for the International Union for Conservation of Nature. Currently, I'm volunteering for the United Nations Environment Program, mainly doing social media advocacy for sustainable lifestyle, climate action, environmental conservation, something like that.
That's lovely. That's lovely to hear, Marsha. That's really encouraging as well. And I'm sure all the participants, specifically the youth, are going to get inspired from you. So, in continuation to our discussions, wherein you mentioned that you are a part of so many societies, you have volunteered with so many organizations. So, what are some of the sustainable development goals that are really close to your heart? And what are the sustainable development goals that you really like to advocate about? Would you like to share something about these?
Yeah, I actually found out about the SDGs quite late. For me, it's quite late because it has been implemented by the United Nations since 2015, but I only get to know about it last year. So I was thinking to myself, what was I doing back in 2015? I was 17. I guess I was too consumed with the rat race, competing with other people at the expense of my relationship with people around me. And I was too wrapped up in my own thoughts that I completely miss about what's actually happening in real life beyond the school walls. So I guess that kept going until I entered college. But I'm glad I took the leap of faith, to take the study break, because it was what that has brought me to the position I am today. Right now, I'm focusing more on SDG 3 and 4, particularly SDG 3.4 for the promotion of mental health well-being, and SDG 4.7 for education of sustainable lifestyles, global citizenship, and appreciation of cultural diversity for sustainable development.
That's really nice. So, would you like to share, what made you choose these two goals, and how is it that you relate these goals to the things that are going around you?
I think because I have personal experience with it, so that makes it more closer to my heart. But honestly, I still haven't fully grasped the idea around it myself. At times I still feel overwhelmed by things that's happening around us. We wake up every day watching TV, go on our social media, and saw lots of issues, conflicts keeps happening again and again around the world, which makes me to used to feel like no matter what I do, it's not going to change anything. A very pessimistic outlook, I would say. But after working and interacting with lots of new people from various backgrounds around the world, with you especially, right? We have lots of interactions before this online. So I
Yes.
was able to change my perspective a little bit. I eventually see how along the way I was actually helped by helping others. They give me a sense of purpose and accomplishment that I guess I have I may have forgotten for years. I still remember back in 2019 when I got the Dean's List Award. I remember feeling so good, but that's only for a very period short of time. Then I feel nothing. I asked myself, that's it, I ended up not going for the awarding ceremony at all. I don't even have the certificate of, achievement with me until today. It's still with the office. Um, but back to the topic, I would want to say, who knows, the life you help or you save may be actually your own. And yeah, I still have a very long way to go, but as of right now, I'm just trying my very best to spread awareness on multifaceted issues, ranging from mental health, quality education, youth empowerment, climate action, and hopefully more in the future.
That's lovely. That's lovely. And maybe, we would look forward to synergize together to, further, raise or bring out the voices of the youth so that we can empower them, not just, in a particular, in a particular location, but globally, and create a
Yeah.
ecosystem basically, so that, each one acts as a support system for the other person, and together, we are able to achieve these goals in a more sustainable way. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Lovely.
hopefully.
So, thanks, Marsha, for sharing your experience. I would really want you to share your, experience of working as the research and writing coordinator at ASEAN Youth Advocates Network. So, what is like your role? What all do you do? So, and how is it that you connect the work that you are doing with what you are pursuing at the moment? Yeah.
Right now, the AYAN Malaysia is actually newly established, a 1 year old organization. We established AYAN Malaysia October last year. So I started my journey with them in March 2021, March this year. So I'm actually very pretty new with them as well. But yeah, I've been in the research and writing committee previously. We've produced 7 articles throughout this 1 year. And yeah, I contributed to 2 of them. And yeah, we have different, we have our committee comes from various backgrounds. There are from laws, students taking international relations, doing multimedia, and some of them also doing environmental conservation. So it's nice to have like different people from different areas coming together, to
Yes, completely,
give back to the
completely agree.
community, right? Yeah. So particularly with my current position right now, I was just elected as the new head a few days before, like I think last week. So I'm still pretty new to it. I'm trying to adapting with my new roles, and yeah, I'm looking forward for what the future holds for my committee and AYAN Malaysia as a whole.
That's lovely. So you mentioned that you throughout the pandemic you wrote a lot of articles. So what were these articles all about? Would you like to share some of them which you were able to publish?
Yeah. With AYAN Malaysia, I've personally wrote about International Forest Day. And I'm also one of the researcher for our autism awareness article. And I don't really have much experience with writing actually, but AYAN Malaysia has allowed me to, go out of my comfort zone and try something new. When we never really try, we never really knew what we're capable of. So I'm slowly I'm polishing my writing skills, finding the right writing styles that suits me best, finding the styles that would help me, just finding the right words to convey to people so that the message will be um, effectively spread around. But I also personally, on a personal basis, I constantly write short sharing and short posts on my LinkedIn page and also my Instagram page. So yeah, if anyone's interested to read that, I always wrote about mental health, youth empowerment, environmental conservation, on my social media accounts. So yeah, if you're interested to read that, please visit them.
Definitely, definitely. Yes, I do see you very active on social media handle, also writing a lot of things about the things that are going on in and around us, which is really nice. So keep up with your great work. And to in continuation to our discussion, the next question to you would be: so, how do you think that we can create an ecosystem, or how can youth like you, global change makers like you, collaborate together so that we are collectively able to achieve the 2030 agenda of the United Nations? So, what, according to you, are some of the things that should be done so that all of us come together in a common platform to discuss, share, raise out our voice, and also contribute towards achieving the sustainable development goals?
I personally think that we should start by realizing that we cannot and do not have to carry the weight of the whole world on our shoulders by ourselves. We can't do it alone, never. So, and if anyone's watching, if you're newbie like me to SDGs, it's often easy to feel overwhelmed when you first getting to know the SDGs, all 17 SDGs. That's a lot. When I first,
Very
there's
true,
17
very true.
SDGs, that's a lot, right? So know how to cut your coat according to your clothes. It's important to undertake only what you are capable of, or have the ability and capacity to do, and start building yourself up from there, day by day, little by little. And I think that's why SDG 17, Partnerships for the Goal, was formulated, to gather various stakeholders, especially youth, um, as the next generation change makers, to mobilize and implement the all those 17 SDGs within their own field of study, their own community, their own household, and so on. Yeah.
Very true. And I think the more we collaborate and create an ecosystem around the same, the better it is for us to support and keep uplifting each other in whatever work that we are doing. So I think that's
Yeah.
really nice thoughts that have been shared by you. And before we come to a conclusion to our today's live session, I would really want you to share your message to the youth who are watching us at the moment and who are also going to watch this video once we end the session. Yeah. So, what would be your message to the young generation, youth, particularly students of your age group, global change makers?
I would love to remind them, as well as myself, to make peace with yourself, uh, forgive ourselves for all our bad decisions and mistakes in the past, because until we do that, we will not be able to move on to past that, and you know create a new page. And it's also easy for people to forget that our overnight success, or our accomplishment, actually took a lot of hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of time. So always follow your curiosity with perseverance, and not to let society's expectations and judgments define us. Also, I would like to add, avoid assuming that all employment or study gaps on resumes are bad, because life happens. Some people have to deal with illnesses, battling cancer. Some people are the breadwinner of their family. They have to raise children. They have to take care of their sick parents, and the list goes on. So give the person a chance to tell you about it, about who they are, what they are capable of, what they have been through in their own words. And for if there's younger person here, or if you're a student like me, don't be reluctant to take a gap semester off to reevaluate your interests, or to push your graduation date if you want to change your major. um, just take a pause if you need to, and also normalize about talking about our mental health, so that we can better understand its nature and find solution to improve our quality of life. Because prevention is better than cures. The same goes to our mental health. In today's world, with advancement of technology, we are constantly connected virtually. So I guess it's much more important as well to protect things that make us human. Every person has their very own uniqueness, abilities, potential. So we should try to identify those traits, develop them, instead of imitating someone else just because we want to follow the trend. Yeah, that's it.
That was really interesting, and I think very insightful. Your last few points of the live streaming session, and also your message to the youth who will be watching this video and who are also watching this video. It's very important to actually get to know yourself, and the best way to do is to pause, not listen to everybody around you, listen to your inner calling, and then finally pursue the same. So I think this was a really nice discussion, Marsha. Thank you so much for joining us today, and it was lovely interacting with you. I am sure everyone who was a part of the session enjoyed your insights, and we are also going to share this video on our platform so that more people can watch it, view it, and also seek inspiration from your journey. So, looking forward to inviting you in all the upcoming sessions that we'll keep holding. Over to you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.